1, and I'm gonna click the go live button. The last time we had a little bit of a audio issue, but I do think that the audio is good right now. Give me a 1 to 3 just to make sure that the audio is going through for those who are watching from home.
Okay. I also will check.
Just say 1 to 3.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. I think that people can hear you. I see the audio is going through, but let's just wait a
Yeah,
couple of seconds.
I just saw it in the
Oh yeah.
in YouTube as well.
It's always weird when you see yourself on the internet, right?
It's weird. By the way, I
Yeah.
heard my voice. I'm like a squeaky squirrel or something like that. It's so weird to hear myself speak.
Don't worry, man. You know, like I've given up on that. I hate my voice, but that's what I'm equipped with, and so you know.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, you have to work with what you have. I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome everybody. I hope that you can hear us. Leave us a comment. Let us know if everything is okay, if you can hear us correctly. Today I'm with our friends at RedVertex. We are going to do a breakdown of the image that was created for the actual challenge. This is an ongoing challenge. You can download the models. You'll find all the rules in the description. RedVertex is our sponsors for this year D2. They helped us out with the main conference, and now we're doing a challenge together. The aim of this challenge is to spread the information about the Lighthouse Academy, which is your school, your archivist school, which you have created in order to train people and also find talent for your own company. Do you guys want to share a couple of words about the Lighthouse Academy before we move forward with the image breakdown?
Setan, can you
Can I
share
jump
some
in?
words? Yeah.
Hi everybody. Hi.
Hey.
So yeah, a few words. We just started the International Academy as as you said, a source to get new talent and obviously train people in the depths of ArcGIS. I mean, the focus of this academy will be more like on the creative side of project. Like as you will see on the breakdown, we will focus more on the design rather than just show you some V-Ray settings or some modeling stuff. Obviously, this will be featured as well, but this will not be the main focus. I mean, we as a professionals, we tend to focus on how we can help our clients with like an over of our services on top of the others. And this is on many instances, this is actually helping with the design on one level or another. Basically, there isn't any projects anymore that are not connected with some sort of designing on our side. And we are taking this very seriously. A lot of us are architects or interior designers, and we have some background that can help us to do what we have to do in order to create some great images. And this is the main topic that we want to convey with this academy. I mean, if you're searching for another tutorial to show you how to do cabin in the woods, this is not the one, you know. But if you want something advanced, this is the place. This is the place to be.
Now, this is also a great chance for those who are looking for a job to show their work to you, because you're going to review this during the Christmas show that it's going to happen in December, middle of December. So everyone who is looking for a job and they just want to have a shot at showing their best work to you in order to get a job, they can do it with the competition. It's free to participate. Even if you don't really want to participate, there are some assets that you guys have prepared. So there are just advantages in taking part in any way in this competition. It's crazy how much of a value people are getting, right? Just participating into this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah,
Guys, I'm just gonna Oh, sorry, I jumped in front
Yeah,
of you.
no, don't worry. I was going to say that we are going to expect some new talents to show up from this challenge, obviously. We are on the lookout every time, yeah. So do join us, even if you're
Christo,
not interested in it. Yeah.
Christo, I'm going to leave the stage to you. You can share your screen. I'm going
Okay.
to maximize your view, and I'm going to mute myself so that you know, the screen doesn't jump in front of me. And if you need anything, I'll be right here. So I'll leave the stage to you guys.
Okay. And start with.
Wait a second, because they tell me that there is no sound. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
Okay, the issue is that the other scene, unfortunately, the sound did not get installed, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. It doesn't matter. The video, it's just not maximized, but you don't have a lot of details, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. I can see that our our colleague Vito says that the audio is gone. Hey Vito, how are you? Happy birthday. It was a couple of days ago, but still. Is it fine now? Are we fine?
Everything is good.
Guys, I'm checking in YouTube. Vito, come on. It's working. Okay, I will have to repeat myself. So, hello to everybody. We're going to show how we created the image for the challenge. Of course, I'm not going to show numbers in the program. I'm just going to have a conversation with everybody here. Ivan, Svetan, and Deborah can join as well. I can show some of my process, how I'm creating, let's say, image for a challenge. If anyone has any questions, I've already have the programs opened, so I can always just jump into the program and see what we are using and whatnot. So first thing first, for me, it's always important to start the challenge with exploring the camera angles, of course. In the scene, as this was the starting scene, I just jumped into the scene, see what I can do, explore, and see what cameras I can kind of come up with for compositions. And I always liked to kind of explore with dueling. It's from my years in the architectural university. I always like to do those stuff. It's not like I would finish these little doodles, but they always help me to see compositions, to kind of work out if something is going to work or not. And of course, I started with some. You can see I have prepared some doodles. Let's say you can see that these are three different angles for some of the cameras that I prepared. I would always kind of even as a snapshot take it to Photoshop and doodle on it. It's always great for me. It's always fun for me to kind of explore what is possible and what is not. Of course, for projects, sometimes you have time to do this. Sometimes you don't. Some clients want cameras that they want. Sometimes you have the freedom to explore. It's always different. Even for challenges, I always thought that challenges are very specific sometimes to kind of come up with new ideas to how to adapt to what is given as a task. So I will also show you the fourth one. This is actually the camera angle that we went for. I really liked it from seeing it as it is, and yeah, I just felt like it's right. It's right for the challenge to come to detail this view. Of course, for the detail that I'm going to show, I had like one day because we didn't know that we had to present a HD image. Jason just told us that at the last day that we have to, if we could, of course. So the detail, it's like a one-day job from what we had set up for the scene. And of course, this is the sketch I had. I just went. I'm going to show into the scene, and you can see it's like I just went, come up with a camera. It's a basic setup of from the massing, and even as a grab shot, as a snipping shot, I would kind of go like this, not even render the image. If I need to, I would render it, but I would always go and kind of sketch stuff what I want and what I don't really want to see sometimes. And this is from our massing that we prepared. I think it's looking kind of okay, but I always change the position of some of the buildings if I want to. Of course, it depends, and it's it's about freedom. At the end of the day, it's about freedom. It's about having fun with the challenges, and I would say to everybody participating, guys, don't sweat it. Just come up with kind of interesting ideas for the scene. It's not about rules. It's not about this should be like this and this should be like that. We have some basic ones like get it into the urban scene and kind of try to have the massing the same, but you can always have the massing and kind of break the rules by okay, this is the massing for the building, and I can have the facade go a little bit, let's say, out of this massing, and it's extruded here or something like that, and it's extruded here, for example, or whatever. At the end of the day, as you can see at the end of this thing, the final image also has a T-Rex, so it's about having fun. It's about participating. It's about actually being creative. It's not about rules, and it's not about being strict about it. So first thing first, of course, the scene. I kind of get into the zone, and I start with every aspect of the image. For example, some of the assets we have, I've already imported into the scene. Some of the assets I've taken from companies that do models, and just I always like to kind of throw them into the scene, see how they work together. And yeah, this is the first pass, I would say, of the composition. uh, I always kind of work on the different aspects of the image. First thing first, of course, I would always set up a reference folder. I don't always kind of like to use references for, of course, color balancing and color to know how colors work and what reality looks like. Yeah, I would use references, but I always like to come up with my own ideas. I don't use references strictly and one-to-one to kind of say, okay, I'm going to use this mood to my image and so on. But I'll show you a little of the reference images that I gathered just for this scene.
Did you get inspired by New York somehow, or?
Yeah, I was about to say that I worked in a internal project with a colleague of mine, Artur, and he suggested, okay, let's try uh, New York style of image. And when somebody said a New York style of image, I would always go to this very specific. I saw it like years ago in CG Architect Awards. It was done by Recent Spaces. Shout out to these guys. Amazing image. This one. I would always kind of go to this this image. It always evoked some kind of a reaction from me. It was really a very nice image for me to kind of look at and get inspired by. So you can see I used it here as a reference image. I also this a photo, a rainy photo of kind of, you can see the fog, you can see the cars, the cabs, the road, the buildings, and so on. I also saw a project of Kirill Cherny, by the way. Shout out to this amazing artist as well. I saw images done by him last year. I think it was 2021 or maybe this year. I don't remember, but he has created some amazing stuff as well. And you can see I kind of get thrown into the folder some images here and there, just to set up the scene of fog, buildings, the road. I would always kind of look at how the reflections work on the road, on the paving, on the buildings, and so on and so forth. But I would always come up with my ideas how I want to show things. And if I need it, if I need to color balance, I would always come up to my reference folder. And these are kind of some of the, let's say, images that I used as a first boost to come up with my idea. And let's go back to my thing. It was this one. Yeah, and you can see I worked on the road. I worked on importing some of the buildings. I also set up my composition, but I would always kind of experiment through the process to see if some other compositions are a little better. Let's say a square, or maybe the building is not fitting well into the what I had firstly done, and I would always doodle. It's I guess it's my thing. I guess it's something I like to do to so I can generate ideas on my own. I always like to kind of go through the image with my hands, which is not always what we do in projects in the office, but there is this is another kind of challenge that I need to go through. So you can see I kind of started with coming up with an idea for a bridge, setting up some cars, people probably on the each side of the image, maybe lights. Of course, you can see that I am trying stuff. I am also experimenting if I cut down the composition a little bit, what will happen, and just to mm, try. I like to try stuff and see if they work or not. And you can see here it's a different actually it's a different kind of ratio for the image. And once I tried this, I saw that this one is not working well. Because in this one I had the length, and it was helping my composition and my building to have a little bit more sky. But here I just tried a little bit more squarish, let's say, but it wasn't working because I was getting a bit too much of the context, which is not important for me in this image. And let me see, you can see that here I'm starting to kind of draw what the composition should be. And here is where I kind of start to think about the building. Of course, I've set up the composition, let's say, and I'm starting to think about the details of the building and the facade treatment, because after all, it's a challenge about a facade design, right? Something that we actually do sometimes with our clients. They would say, okay, guys, you have a reference, or sometimes you don't have a reference, and this is our box. Go with it.
The model
And
is ready.
what?
The model is
Sam,
ready.
you want to jump in? What did you say? I didn't hear.
I say the model is ready. Is what I'm saying.
Ah, the model is ready, and we have a box. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Guys, we modeled everything.
Yeah.
yeah. But this is actually the fun part, and it's always about being positive about it,
Yeah.
because you get the chance to actually think about it and design something for a client,
Yeah. Definitely.
and kind of move your brain cells, right? Because if you're a robot and you just uh, switch on the lights, switch off the lights, and just set numbers, well, yeah, it's not fun to make it every day. But this another kind of challenge that it's not easy for sure, but it's really fun. It's really fun to kind and rewarding at the end if your idea goes through.
And as a general rule, it will set you apart from the rest. You know, if you're mindlessly clicking, as Christo said, just like adding lights and stuff like that. I mean, it's important, but there are a lot of other layers that you need to touch up in order to get great image, and a great image that will work for your clients. It's the main idea here, also.
Yeah, yeah, but of course, now we have it in a challenge, and everybody can do whatever they want, which is actually great for me. I like the freedom.
Yeah, they have the box to start.
Well, yeah, and this is great actually to everybody to kind of think about their own design.
Yeah.
Now, somebody approached me asking whether or not they could twist that box in order to make sort of like a screw design of a building. Myself, my gut feel is, you know, if you can do something that it's beautiful and that it's good enough, then why not? Just go for it. What would you
Yeah.
guys say?
I would say like this. Okay, I have the building. Let me just go with it. I have the building, right? Let's say somebody said that Svetan said we need the massing to be right?
Yeah.
Let's say we have this massing and this is the glass box, and they actually go with the swirling idea for the facade, and the facade is actually not is outside of the glass box, and this is the treatment and whatever, and they can just go like this, and this is like the facade thing. So I would say that yes, they can go. Let's say this is the glass box, and they have it as a standalone glass box here, and the facade could kind of twist outside of the glass box, and this will be the only the facade treatment for the building, and so on and so
I
forth.
think it's
So-
important, especially from, you know, like the competition point of view, so that people sort of like understand the whole attitude towards this competition, is that we really are more interested in ideas other than the exact execution of things. Simply
Yeah.
because, you know, we want to see how far people can push things. Obviously, even in pushing things, you need to have that ability to art direct yourself so that whatever you make makes sense within the context of the competition. But generally speaking, like if you do have an idea and you feel in your heart that this idea is good, go for it. You know, we're not gonna say, oh, you didn't respect 100% to the millimeter the blueprint of the building. You know, like one day you be asked by your clients to do something to surprise them. So, you know, like start already now. This is a chance for you to play around, and good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with you, Fabio. For me, yes, it's a challenge, but let's have some fun. Let's be creative. Let's do this thing the smart way. You can always say, "Oh, guys, this is the glass box. I had it as a massing, and I am using the glass box. This is the thing," and the facade just goes, and it's really an interesting idea. And yeah, this is bending the rules the smart way, I would say. I also commented in YouTube to somebody that was actually asking me the kind of the same question. So I would say, yeah, just have fun. Come on, we have enough work at the office. It's competitions are to have fun. This one for sure. I would say, yeah, just go with it. Go with your gut feeling about it.
Yeah.
And let's say, and the glass box will be kind of here or something. So yeah,
I'm keeping
whatever.
an eye on the comments just to make sure that, you know, if some questions also related
Of course,
to
of course,
to
of course.
the
I'm as I said, this is a discussion. I don't really want to bore everybody with numbers, and we do this and we do this. it's a discussion. If somebody wants to join and say, okay, I want to ask a question, of course, and we are open to
Cristo,
answering.
can I ask you something related to the academy?
Yes, of course.
So a few things. Can you please describe to me, like, if somebody comes to do the course at your academy, what can they expect? What's the length, and what is sort of like the core program? What are the things that are going to learn? And then I have another question, but I let you answer this first.
Can I jump in?
Okay.
Sorry, Fabio. Yeah.
Okay, Tsvetan. Yeah, Tsvetan can say with specific numbers. I was.
Let me just open my spreadsheet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, basically,
Okay,
the idea is, besides obviously joining the academy for the knowledge, the practical knowledge that you will get, the idea is also to get involved and get into the atmosphere of the whole office, because it's very creative, as you can see from the graffiti behind me. We have them all over the place on all 3 floors. So it's very interesting even to see the graffiti. I mean, don't mind anything else, but also this is a great environment on its own. And we want the people who will join the academy to see and feel this also. The actual tutors will be people like Crystal, like Ivan, that have a lot of experience in our academy, at least on the Bulgarian version of it. And the idea is that you will have a whole package. You will come here to the office, feel the atmosphere of the office, feel the atmosphere of the city, because basically the idea is that you are here for 3 weeks, basically, during the working week between Monday and Friday. You will be involved more or less in the actual learning process in the office, but then you will have some free time to explore the city, to have some fun, as well as the important stuff of learning new skills. And when we come down to the actual academy, we have divided the entire length of the academy into different, I would call them modules, that are focusing on different aspects of our work. So we will get to know the entire workflow of the company, basically, because we are doing things a bit differently than most of the companies, to be honest. For starters, we have like separate post-production team. So basically, the 3D artists will not be as much involved as in some other places with the post-production. This is a task that is done by our post-production artists that have been specialized in the post-production, and you will be able to get some insights from them as well, because there are modules focused on post-production, on story building, so it will not be just 3D. We will basically start with the design part of things, because this is the core, the foundation of the academy, and especially on this academy where we are focusing on designing stuff. Then we will go more on a technical part, where we'll talk about some composition, so you can build great composition, and you can enhance your design idea with the help of the composition. As Christo mentioned earlier, how you will compose the image according to your design. It's very important. So we will take note on this as well.
guys,
You're breaking a little bit.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes. And no.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear us?
No.
What about now?
Yes.
Okay, I will not move.
Yeah, don't move.
Yeah. So
You're breaking down again.
they maybe have some experience with Corona or some other rendering engine. So get a very quick review of how V-Ray is working and how you can set up your lighting.
Guys, you're breaking down. Hello? Hello? Robot voice again.
Probably
That,
Tsvetan is gonna pop behind your back now.
Behind my back, so he can Tsvetan, Tsvetan, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Tsvetan, it's not working, guys. It's breaking down. We didn't hear anything.
Christo, maybe whilst they try to sort this out, can I ask you another question?
Yes, of course.
More on the personal side. You know, I try to put myself in the shoes of somebody who maybe wants to come to Sofia to do the academy. Is it an expensive city to live in? Would the costs of staying there for a month be a lot? Can you share a little bit about that?
Yes, of course. Actually, Bulgaria is not an expensive country. People come here to always kind of drink cheap alcohol.
Okay, I'm coming.
I know it's like a joke, but it's true. Bulgaria is not really that expensive. I would say that Sofia, for example, in Europe is not. It's definitely not an expensive country. So I would say that no, it's not really that expensive to be here. Bulgaria is a beautiful country for me. It's it's amazing, and there is a lot of things to do in the city. It's really a lot of what, guys?
I'll go to a bar.
A lot of
Maybe a few
bars.
times, who knows?
Yeah. It's as part of the academy.
Yeah. There is a different, like, specialized module how to go to a bar in Sofia.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would say that people are also great here. It's one of the great things about Bulgaria. People are fun. People are cool, really, and I would say Sofia is a great place to come and visit.
Yeah.
And also,
Beautiful
like,
in all seasons also.
yes, exactly. That's what I wanted to say. It's there is a certain aspect to Bulgaria in general. Like, you can go maybe half an hour and you are at the lake, then 45 minutes and you are on the mountains. You can go skiing. The seaside going to Greece is really accessible and fast. I think that probably for a month you can find a house for maybe around 400, 500 euros. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so that
yeah,
would be the cost
definitely.
of like staying there. The food is cheap. You, if you're vegan, maybe it's not as as a pedible, but you know, like you make beautiful meat. Every time that I was there with the guys from Chaos, Bulgarians are very warm people. It's culture wise, it's very close to Italians. I've always felt people are very friendly. Sofia, it's a relatively safe city. Um, I don't know. I liked it every time that I went there, and I think that people will like it too. And drinking is cheap. It's incredibly cheap.
Yeah.
Good that we have touched on the important stuff.
Yeah, of course, but
It's cheap and
yeah,
you're going to be stopped.
and
I think
yeah,
if you want to do something like you say, the drinking is cheap, but if you want to do whatever you want to do, the word spreads easily. Like Fabio said, people are very kind and very like warm, and they will like tell you exactly where this bar is okay, or this store is okay, this street is okay, this thing is okay, this is not. So it's like a very warm place to be.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
there are also a lot of foreigners here, younger people. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to meet us, I'm sure you'll meet some foreign people.
Actually, Bulgaria is considered sort of like the Silicon Valley of Europe. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We
it
have a
is.
lot of IT
Kind of,
companies,
yeah.
a lot of R&D centers have emerged in the recent years. So yeah, and Ivan, as Ivan said, there are a lot of other people from other countries, so it's very vibrant.
Yeah, yeah.
You will not get bored for sure.
Okay, guys, I don't know. Do we need to cover anything else? Somebody was asking if you're using a tablet to draw. I guess you
Yes,
are.
yes, I am. I just went crazy about it.
Like,
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
that.
with the keyboard.
with the keyboard. Yeah, I'm using a tablet. I just love to have the freedom to do my stuff. But you can see, guys, we let's say we have the box here, and this is it, and we have kind of this swirly thing going as an idea uh, for the building and the facade treatment. It's about being creative. Yeah.
You
And
guys, you guys laugh about the tablet, but I remember a time where when using AutoCAD, you were using the mouse just to find the command bar, and then you would just type everything in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Basically.
When I go to the universities and they're like asking, what is the command bar in 3ds Max? I want to create boxes with keyboard input. I'm like, no. Max is the creative cousin of AutoCAD, so you can do other stuff as well.
yeah. So yeah, if you guys want, we can kind of go into the other steps of the process.
Yes.
Just to
I'll hide myself again.
it's all right, Fabio. No problem. So yeah, of course, when you have the composition set up, I would say this is the most fun thing to actually add the details. For me, details make the image let's say realistic and also kind of fun, and because as an artist, for me it's always fun to add some small details that to enhance the whole, let's say, image. And this again is my way of doing things. I would kind of get the image and doodle on it, as I was showing here. I would always come up with my own idea. Let's say this is the first thing that I came up with for the facade treatment. I would come up with this shape. Can I actually make it with only this shape, and kind of doodle uh, from it? Let's say I'm going to insert the shape, have a center thing in the center, of course, and kind of go from here. And afterwards, I would always kind of write down uh, some thoughts that I have. Maybe if I want to fillet the the edge here, if I want to have a curve for the detail, and I would always kind of oops um, I would always kind of afterwards come up with my own thing. It's not working, is it? But in this instance, as you can see, I started doodling like the fillet here for this shape, and I would kind of try to have it everywhere and to go from up to from down up to the top of the building. And I'm going to just show the model here, of course. 1 second. And this is it. It's not something very super, let's say, complicated. This is the one thing I had as a kind of idea for the, and you can see I can copy it and kind of get this shape going from down to top for the facade. And then I would also kind of copy it here, and you can see it's almost the opposite shape of this one. Let's say I want to say opposite, but it's not opposite. No, but you get this angle here, and you have the fillet angle here. It's kind of nice for me as an idea, and I just went with it. You can see here, and of course 3D artists. Hello, the facade is only on where it is seen. I, uh, I think Ivan created the facade for the challenge to be used for everybody. Ivan, shout out to you, man. I I created only the half of it. So yeah.
I created just
Sorry.
a couple of elements for you to use with like Roquan or any other tool you want to use. So yeah.
Yeah, and everybody has this kind of facade to use. And also you can see I have the faces here, but I don't have them here because the angles really doesn't show you that we have we don't have these faces there. And yeah, it's a way to kind of preserve some geometry and kind of not render everything if it's not seen. You can see. Let me see.
All time management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny that you talk about this. There is a recurring joke. One of my first jobs, we had once an application from somebody who said he's an ever motion artist. And I was like, oh, who did you work with? I know the whole team at Evermotion. And then the guy said, no, I just use Evermotion models. And I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay, let that sink in.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Yeah, sometimes. But yeah, this was my first idea for the detail, and of course I rendered it just to see if it's going to work or not. And you can see this is actually something I was telling about when we revealed the challenge. You can always kind of bend the rules. This is also an image that is acceptable. Let's say only for detail from the building. The massing is the same, but we have a render of the detail, and it's in a urban setting. You can see in the reflection, right? And so yeah, kind of clever way of bending the rules, right? But you can see I tried with these shapes here just to see if it's going to work or not. And I also had this one, which is more simple for me. It's, let's say, a little bit more minimalistic. And of course I kind of created these two images just to see how the detail is going to be presented. Is it good, is it not? And you can see I have two renders of you can see that how how and the resolution is really low, and just to have it as a placeholder for me to see the whole thing. And you can see that I kind of didn't like the whole concept, because it was looking a bit too messy, and I kind of rendered the next image as well, and I kind of liked it more. To be honest, for the facade treatment. It's always about testing things for me, to see what works and what not. I almost never have the answer of something that is, let's say, a complicated task. I never have the answer on hand. I would always kind of adapt to the situation and test it out to see which is better and which is not. And I really respect some artists that have the answer in their brain immediately. I just cannot do it. I always test things out to see, does it work, does it not. I don't know.
Or
Probably.
Christo, maybe
Yes?
you're just not seeing the 50 options behind it.
Yeah, of course, probably sometimes some artists are like that. Yeah, 50 options behind something.
Yeah. I
But
did in an hour,
yeah, I just wanted to say that it's it's not about testing things to the death. Let's say you have one week and you are going to test things out for 4 days, and you have a submission on the fifth. But I would always kind of test things out to see which thing is working, which is not, but never go kind of overboard, because some people just cannot decide whatever, and this is a good way to go about it.
Yeah.
What
And
was
let's
it?
say,
Fail early, test often, was it?
Yeah.
No, yeah. Fail
what?
early, test often.
Oh, fail.
Yeah, fail early, test often. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fail often.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Fail often.
Yeah.
I have a question. I'm not sure that we went through it. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but if I want to participate,
Yes. Okay.
and because I saw you do, I know because I known you for more than like probably 3-4 years, and I know you like this breaking down a lot, like sketching and presenting the process. Do I get extra points, or am I allowed, if I participate, to send like a breaking down of my whole process, like a mood board if you wish to see it, like what I did step by step? Do I get
Mhm.
some extra points? Is it okay to do it?
I I think it's okay for us to see if somebody wants to show a break.
The only issue, sorry guys, let me just jump in front of you, because the only
Of
issue is
course,
that there
of
is
course.
no way to upload it for the show. But what I would suggest people to do is post the artwork in our Facebook group, so that you can also get some feedback in case you want it, and tag us every time that you post something, so that at least we can continue that conversation, because we're going to see everything. And so, if you're doing some early work in progress, or if there is a breakdown, or maybe even an animation that you might have made, then of course, be our guest and do it, and we will have a chance to review it. And maybe, if we remember it during the actual competition, we can quickly pull it out from any sort of like a platform that you might have posted it, and we can share it so that people can see it.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
also obviously following very closely all the channels of the D2 competitions and the D2 conferences as well. So we can participate in this discussion as well, obviously.
Yeah. Guys, I need to check something for 1 minute in the office. Can you just go without me for like a minute? Thank you.
Okay,
I'll
maybe somebody can
improvise.
sing a song.
Oh no, let's not do this. I just want to. Yeah, let's
Why
not do
not?
this.
We can do a CG song.
Yeah.
We can write a CG
No.
anthem or a CG jingle for the Christmas.
Yeah, for the competition,
Showing,
something,
yeah,
please. We can present it on the Christmas show, huh?
yeah.
Let's
Okay,
let's
probably
present
expected
it
the
on the
video.
Christmas show. Not now. Not now.
Actually, there is a competition that we are going to announce soon, but it's more for like giving the chance to artists to have their work displayed during the 10th year anniversary next year of the D2 conference. We are going to give
Nice.
sort of like a blueprint animation, and then everybody can do their own 5-second animation behind the video that we send them, the model that we send them, sorry. But we are going to announce this a little bit further down the road. But our intention,
Nice.
is to get the community involved and give them a chance to really do something that otherwise they would not do. And then we're gonna stitch all these videos together. Hopefully, will be a lot of artists entering this, and it's going to be a display that we are going to have during the party of the 10th anniversary.
Nice.
It's
Nice.
going to be a way for us to get the community involved.
It sounds very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Very nice. So next year is a big year, huh? 10th anniversary.
It's crazy to think about it, it feels like we started it a couple of years ago and it's already on the 10th
Yeah.
year.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there is.
What? Guys, hi.
It's like he never left.
Just discussing you.
Yeah.
Sorry for this. We were talking about participating in the challenge, and one of our colleagues, Ivan Baichev, shout out to you, man. Great stuff. He showed me actually his work, and I also want to showcase it here because he's already ready with some images for the challenge. You know him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, to be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah, and he presented me with 6 images actually, and black and white, and
Nice.
great stuff. You can see his facade
Oh, wow.
treatment, yeah, details. For this one, I love this one. I love
Yeah.
the last one.
Amazing.
Facade, yeah, this one as well. I really like it. I think he's using our assets, isn't he? Vanka, can
Yeah.
you
Oh yeah,
you
like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and really amazing stuff.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
It's
Try
like
this one.
incredible.
from the 50s or the 60s
Yeah,
from some
it's something
magazine.
like, yeah, right. I
Yeah.
was just thinking about it. Is it like from the 50s or something like that?
Yeah.
Black and white stuff, and everybody from RedVertex can participate. They cannot, of course, win any challenges, any not challenges, but
That's good to
prizes.
know.
Yeah, of course. What are we going to do? Say that these guys.
But my suggestion is enter the challenge and use a fake name.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
How
would
can you
be.
give those things to people? Like,
No, at
supposed
the end
to
of the
give those.
day, if we find out that somebody has entered, it's fine. They're not gonna win the prize because they're not gonna. They
But if
probably
you're
don't
wearing
want
a
to go
face
to the.
mustache,
They don't
when you
want to go
click-
to the academy again. But it would be nice, like I once entered one of my own challenges, and I got deleted before even the selection. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, nobody was going to be deleted. Don't worry.
Yeah,
As I said, when you collect the prize, bring your fake mustache, and nobody will,
Svetan,
Yeah.
a question that is from the comments on YouTube. Do you guys do any support for like getting a visa if somebody comes from another country to do the masterclass?
Unfortunately, at this point, we cannot allow ourselves to do it. We wanted to do it, but each country has its own rules, and I would say better check beforehand. We can we can help you out as much as we can, but you know, we are not specialists in this sort of thing. So I would say definitely check your country's rules regarding traveling to Bulgaria. Obviously, from neighboring country, it's very easy. Countries from the EU, it's very easy, you know, but better check. That's why we have done also the length of the academy to fit within 3 weeks. So you can do this on a tourist visa, you know. You're not going to tell anybody that you are going to go to the academy. You are going to say that you're going to drink. So, you know.
Okay.
And yeah, but you know, for individual cases, we can consult, but we cannot do any specific help. You know,
It's understood.
I
Yeah.
guess it's understandable. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I think that this is everything that that I wanted to ask you. I'm looking at the comments to see if there is any other question.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody's asking how do you set up the color scheme, because it's very tricky. They find it very tricky to set up the color palette, I guess.
Actually, this is a very nice question, and for me, I would say my thing. Unfortunately, I was not. I was never good with color. This was like a problem. For example, in Bulgaria, we had to take an exam before going into architectural school with a color kind of color task, let's say, and I was really bad at this. And how I would set a color scheme is I always kind of liked to to do some out of the office projects, and I would always kind of select two colors and test them out together. As you can imagine, I also use the, let's say, Adobe color wheel. It's really easy to use. You can see here. Nope. And let's say I I always kind of like complementary, because you can kind of see, let's say, red is working well with green, blue is working well with kind of yellow tones, some purples with yellows, some magentas with green, and so on and so forth. You can kind of see these here and test them out into projects to see what works and what not. This is my way. I never had let's say a sixth sense for colors, and that's why I had to do it brute force to test them out, and afterwards use them properly into projects. This is my thing, and here you can see that, of course, I have blue, I have yellows for the lights, and yeah, some reds just to switch it up, I guess, and just trying some other stuff. And you can see some red lights, because also references are very good at choosing your color scheme as well. As I was saying, I don't really like to use references for my ideas, but I would always use references for my color scheme. I would always see, okay, this is a good example of of a of a photo, yeah, of let's say, was it New York? I don't know, but whatever. And let's say, okay, they have some red, they have some blue, they have some other yellow, for example, and this is really something that can kind of help me out into the process for sure, for sure.
Using
That's
colors
how.
using colors is
Yes.
really difficult. Like
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it seems easy when you see a very good image, but it's actually really, really hard. And I guess, you know, like with everything, it's practice, practice, practice. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, yeah, and I can show you. Let's go into into my folder where I like to do stuff. And was it here? No, it's not here.
By the way, while you are browsing, a pro tip: when you are doing a live video and you are underexposed, just open something with white background.
Yeah.
Let's say this is an experiment in red and green, for example. I kind of always liked the colors together, but I never knew that they are complementary into painting, because you can see in the color wheel also they're kind of complementary.
Yeah.
And I never understood it until I tried it out. Let's say green with red. It was working really well. For
That's a
example,
beautiful image. Did you make
uh,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Is it are the people painted or?
Uh, the interesting thing is, uh, I downloaded from Shutterstock, from my account, image of the people. I cut them out, made a opacity map, imported them into the Max, and also sculpted them just so I can get the highlights
Yeah.
from the lights. And so there in the 3D, I had to help myself with the shadows, because when I'm using opacity, it's not the best for the shadows, but everything else, it was catching up highlights the best way. And I had to sculpt, of course, but it was really fun. It was really fun to test it
That's a
out.
good tip. That's a good tip. So
Yeah,
basically, you can fake the three-dimensional feeling on a picture by extruding it and giving it a little bit of curvature and stuff.
yeah, yeah. And also this one is, for example, with kind of brown, bluish tones. Let's say we go like this, and we go like, for this color we can go, you can see it's kind of turning into brown, and this is blue. And I kind of liked to test things out to see if they work or not. This is how I work. And unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately for people like us, we have to test things, and to go brute force, and then know what works and what not.
That's
This
one
is
way to
this
do it. The way I do it is just put pink on everything.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
it becomes your signature color after a while.
pink is it's a good color as well. And you can it's very strong as a color, so you have to test things out, to see which colors work with it
I
well.
have people write me on Instagram. They're like, "Oh man, you're so brave," and I'm like, "No, no." I most of the time I don't know what I'm doing, and pink fixes everything.
You have like a
Well,
pink hand with the watch. You have some art of yours, right, Fabio?
Come again?
Like a pink hand with a watch on it, I think.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Or it's just a
yeah,
photo. He tattooed his
it
hand pink and wore a watch.
but yeah, it's about testing out things for me
Yeah,
personally.
even if things don't work out, you will get very valuable experience out of it.
Yeah, I would say it's about being brave. It's about don't giving up, of course, always, uh, and go with it. If if the image doesn't look good, doesn't matter. It's an experience that you had, and you know now that two colors don't work together well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And let's say, coming from this to next image. Come on. Okay, this is the raw render actually. You can see that we had some low quality lights. And here,
Artistic.
yeah, and the interesting thing with me is I kind of render the image, and sometimes I'm kind of disappointed with myself, because here I really really didn't like this corner of the image. It was a kind of looking plain for me, and it was kind of there is nothing here. And this is where Photoshop is doing it for me and saving the day. And let's say, for example, I would, this is my first post-production on the image. This is my first pass, let's say. Enhance the mood, of course, for the sky. You can see, kind of enhance the building, so it's like the center of the not the center of the image literally, but the central point of the image. And you can see I didn't really like the brownish tones coming from the buildings, so I had to add blue to the shadows for sure, so I can go with the color scheme that I was going for. And of course the T-Rex, is added as well, just to have a little bit of fun. This was really something that even with Vanka, which is sitting next to me, and I'm, hey Vanka, what about getting a T-Rex into the image? And he's, what, a T-Rex? And I'm, hey, well, it's a 5 minutes content more light, right, for the clip. So
Brief history of T-Rexes in New York.
yeah. No, it was.
By the way, you can add your own T-Rex, but you have to bring it, or giant rubber duck,
Oh yeah.
or something like that.
Man, I see so many opportunities in this image
Yeah,
to put some pink.
To explore.
Actually, we were talking about with Svetan to actually have an image in HD. Let me just set up an HD. And he was suggesting something like this. Let me show you. I'm going to kind of sketch it out. And he was telling me, okay, man, if we have the building light up,
by the way.
light up like this, we have the T-Rex over here with the teeth like this, going crazy, and we have it like this. And we have the tail over there, and this is your building.
Okay, it's the tail. It's fine. Yeah,
yeah, it's fine. It's the best way of sketching this thing.
PG-13, PG-13. This video is now made for kids.
And he was suggesting, so this is the building, this is the massing. It's the same massing. You have the design, for example, here, but
you're giving the people too many ideas,
Too many ideas.
Just spoiling it.
I'm sorry.
We are helping out, just giving some references.
Yeah, and let's say we have some buildings here. This is the road. The dinosaur is over the building, and let's say this is it. Or King Kong climbing up your designer and having some helicopters over it. You've heard it here. If somebody does it, 5 points less.
5 points less. Okay.
It depends. If it's a nice story, it will be 10 points up. So practice.
And yeah, it was just fun to add the something interesting in the image, just to show everybody that it's not being about the rules. It's about having fun and coming up with even crazy ideas for the challenge.
Guys,
and
let me just give you a heads up. We've been going for more than an hour and 10 minutes.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh no! Oh, okay, okay.
Oh,
I can go like crazy. This is the final image. Is it? This is the final image. Okay.
Act like if there was a deadline.
Okay, this is the guys. This is the final image. You can see the corner is a lot better here. The dinosaur is cool. He has red light on him. The design, amazing design. Thank you. Everything to conferences. Shout out to you, Fabio and Jason, and of course
10 years
to
next year.
10 years next year, of course. And this is the image that we had to do for like for a day as an HD.
Now maybe
So
some people are watching this and they're trying to get also the information about the competition. We do have another video which doesn't last this long, but we also have
yeah,
the rules in the description. So feel free to go and check them out. But basically you can design a facade for this building. You don't have to use this one. You can render completely an entirely completely different scene. You can really go crazy. Do check out the rules so that you can have a little bit more information about this whole thing. But yeah, like this was just sort of like a video to show you a little bit the thinking process behind creating these visuals. I hope that we have answered some of the open questions that some people had from the Facebook community. There is a group that you can join. The link is also in the description. There you can post your work in progress. You can get feedback if you want to. You guys are always very active. I see that every time that we post something, you follow up with comments. So this is great. Am I forgetting anything?
no, I think this is
No, no.
pretty much it. We are active everywhere. For me, I always check my Facebook, my YouTube. We answer questions. If somebody has questions, can also just write us and we will answer. That's kind of the idea.
Okay,
And,
good. So the competition is going to last until December, so there is time
Yeah.
for you to go and download the models, check them out. Even if you don't want to take part in the competition, it's free models. Just download them, have fun, and
But do take part in the competition.
but do take part. Do take part. I think that it makes sense to take part. You have the chance to show your work to
Yeah.
a lot of people. You guys are always looking for talent, so that's a great chance for people to get a shot at getting a job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yep.
Okay, guys, I'm going to stop the stream, so let's wrap it up. Thanks a lot again for being the sponsors of this show, the folks at RedVertex. Thanks a lot for trusting us with this, and we hope that this competition is going to be an amazing one. We have got a lot of positive feedback from the community. I know that people are going to join. There is a lot of interest for this, so take part, download the models, enter the competition, and let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
Thank you as well.
Thank you, Fabio.
Thank you, everybody.
Talk to you.
Guys, I'm
you,
gonna stop the
everybody.
stream, but just when the video started to get PG-13, all the likes came in, so people were like, "Oh my god, I love those jokes."
Nice.
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna stop the stream. Don't go anywhere so that I can say goodbye. But I wish everybody a nice weekend and stay in touch. Stay tuned. We're gonna release more information about the competition. Just download the models, take part, and have fun.
Yeah.
See you, everybody.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye
Bye,
bye bye.
everybody.